Hey guys, my name is Patience and welcome to Sew with Pepper. So on today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you the easiest step on how to cut and sew a short knicker with a pocket, inner pocket, and also with a waistband that has a rope, an elastic waistband that has a rope. So if these are the things you want to learn, stick with me through this video. So first of all, I folded my fabric into two. After folding my fabric into two, I was trying to determine the wideness of my fabric. So I folded it into two. I was trying to measure my hip. Then I'll be adding like 5 inches extra, like excess, for my crowd and allowance. So I'll start by taking my vertical measurement, and I kept 2 inches for my waistband. You can see it. So now from my waist, I'll take my waist to my hip, my waist to my crotch, my waist to my full length, and then I put allowance. So if you want to get your crotch measurements, if it's for a high waist trouser, you just divide your hip by 4 and add 1.5 or 2 inches allowance. Or you can, if it's a low waist trouser, like it's not high waist, you can just use your hip measurement and add just half inches. That's if it's not high waist. So after I was done with the vertical measurement, I moved over to the horizontal measurement. So I marked my hip measurement divided by 4 on my hip line, and also put the hip measurement on the crotch line and also on the waist line. Remember, I said I put my hip measurement divided by 4 on the hip line, on the crotch line, and also on the waistline. So I connected it. So do not forget to add your allowance. So I'm just adding my allowance. You can add from 1 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, depending on how bogus or big you want it to be. But I added just 1 inch allowance. So after that, I'm going over to my crotch now to put in my crotch extension. So how to get your crotch extension? You divide your hip measurement by 8. You divide your hip measurement by 8. So whatever you have, you will just add it there on the crotch. It will now serve as your crotch extension. So you either use your ruler, your pattern curve, or you use your free hand. You then curve it from the hip to that very crotch extension you marked. After that, you measure your round knee or round thigh depending on where the short will be stopping, and then you divide it by 2 and you mark it there. Then you connect from that very crotch point now to that very place you marked. So we are done with the front side of the short. So after that, we proceed to cutting. So guys, I did a little adjustment at the down part of the short. I just came in by 1 inch and I connected it to the hip because I did not want the downside to be so free. I wanted it to be a little bit fitting, but it's optional. If you don't want it, you can just cut it like that without adjusting the down part. So it's just optional. So after that, we proceed on cutting the back. You fold your fabric into 2, and you also, before when you're folding, you must make sure to keep allowance because there's a little adjustment at the back part. So the upper part of the back, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inches allowance. You can come up by 2 inches if the person is at the big side, or 2.5 inches. So at the crotch area, that is the hip, that curve, I'll be going out by 1.5 inches so that we can have enough room to accommodate our butts. Because if you don't keep this very allowance, the short will be too tight on your buttocks and it can easily tear. So at the crotch area, I went in by that same crotch allowance I used. Divide our hip divided by 8. I still added it there again, and then I gave it a slant, just following how I did it before. I just followed the slant. You can decide to draw a straight line, or you also can decide to slant it. Now this upper part, now you see how I'm doing it. Please pay attention to how I'm doing it. You see how I slanted the crotch area back to this our side part of the shot. You should not do it straight, it should be slanted. Then you start cutting. Please watch closely how I'm cutting. So we move over to our pocket. The length of the pocket is 12 and the wideness of the pocket is 8, and you can see it is on fold, one for each side. So now I'll be opening the pockets and taking the measurement only on one side, of the pocket. And note, the pocket, the right side should face the right side. So by that side of that pocket, I came in by 1.5 inches and I went down by 8 inches. Then I'll connect from that 1.5 inches that I went into the 8 inches I came down by. So it's either you slant it or you cuff it. Depending on what you want. So me, I gave it a little cuff, as you can see, and then we are done. So guys, we are done with the cutting part. I do not want the video to be too long, so I had to divide it. So immediately after this video, I'll be dropping the sewing part, so you can go and watch. See you in the sewing part, guys.